Hi, I'm Jade from Creative Abyss. I'm a mixed media artist from the Blue Mountains in Australia. Some of you may have been to my classes or bought my art or are following me online. I thought I'd start a series of short videos just for you to get to know me a little more, and hopefully I'll get to know what you're after. If you're following me or if you're interested in coming to classes or buying my art, it's a great conversation starter. So the first question today is why I make art. So I started seriously painting just for myself maybe around 10 years ago. And for me, that was a really great healer, I guess, and something that I really needed to do for myself. I'd become a mum 15 years ago, and I needed something more, something to connect to that was only for me. So I paint unintentionally and something takes over. I don't know what it is. So one of the reasons I paint is to connect to that magic. I just call it magic because I don't have another word. That magic that is inside. And when I start to draw or paint, I just grab a pencil or a paintbrush. I might pick a couple of colors for that day, but otherwise I don't usually have an idea of what I'm going to be painting. And something takes over. And then after 5 minutes or 5 hours, I've created something super cool. And I think, shit, how the hell did that just happen? What happened? I've just made something amazing. And that's a pretty cool feeling. That feeling of satisfaction and wonder, and just trying to think about what it is, if it's like a hereditary thing, the reason why I'm creative, because some of that runs in my family, or if it's just this drive I have to connect and to use art to grow, or it is a little bit addictive, painting. And it's nice to have that addiction, I guess, that's not harmful to anybody else. And I really like to share it with others, because when I sit with my artworks, when I've finished, there's always a message that comes through. And I like to share that with other women, and hopefully that helps them on their journey. It forces me to be in the moment. So whatever craziness is going on in my life, I have that time, and that's just for me. And I could have my kids wandering around and they might come and sit down and do a bit of art as well. Or I might have that time to myself. Usually on a Friday, I have a painting buddy that comes, Cindy, and we paint together, which is really nice. That's another reason I like to paint and make art as well, is I really enjoy the challenge of learning new techniques. And I don't have a fear of failure. So I just love giving things a go. And I always pick up on something new that I add to my repertoire of skills, I guess, and bring them into my next artworks. I'm not sure if you can hear the whipbird in the background. There's a couple in my garden at the moment. They're really beautiful. What else? So yeah, it is a challenge, and I like to push through that challenge. So not all days are good art making days. There's definitely bad art making days, and that's okay. Everyone has their good and bad days. There's a phase when I create art, and it's quite common. I think most people have this. We call it the ugly stage of our artwork. And some of the time you sit there and thinking, oh my God, what is this hideous thing? Or you just get really stuck and it's hard to push through. And you know in your mind that it's going to end up being awesome, whatever it is that you're making. Or if you're having a bad day, then it just is what it is. But it's really important to push through that ugly phase. And the thing that helps is just to take a step back. Maybe take a few minutes, go make a cup of coffee, or maybe even look at it the next day or the next week. I've definitely had days where I've just shelved whatever it is I was doing. If it was like a really ugly background or something and I didn't know where it was going. I've had things sit on the shelf for years and pulled it out again and created something amazing with it later. What else? I think that's about it. So that connection to whatever it is inside of me, living in the moment, I guess, just having that time for myself, enjoying the challenges of creating art and learning new skills, and that feeling of satisfaction when I'm done. So let me know if you have any questions or comments, if you can relate to any of this, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you want me to expand further. You can check out my website as well. It's creativeabyss.net. And yeah, I hope to speak to you soon.